Hello friends, welcome back to our channel IT India. This video is related to AWS Solution Architect Certification Preparation, and this is going to be part 21st of this series. And let's start with our first question of this video. A company is designing a new web service that will run on Amazon EC2 instances behind an elastic load balancer. However, many of the web service clients can only reach IP address whitelisted on their firewalls. What should a solution architect recommend to meet the client's requirement? And here are the options. And correct answer here will be, you can take your time to guess the correct answer. And let me reveal the correct answer. The correct answer here will be option A network load balancer with an associated elastic IP address. Because as per this requirement, IP address listed on their firewalls, network load balancer should be used, and also UDP and TCP work on layer 4, and on layer 4 we have to use network load balancer. And if we are talking about layer 7, that is HTTP or HTTPS, then we can use application load balancer. But for layer 4, that is TCP or UDP, we have to use network load balancer, and due to this reason option A is correct here. And now question number 202. A company want to host a web application on AWS that will communicate to a database within a VPC. The application should be highly available. What solution should a solution architect recommend? And here are the options. You can take your time to guess the correct answer. Let me reveal the correct answer, and correct answer here will be option B. Deploy a load balancer in multi-availability zones with an auto-scaling group for web servers, and then deploy Amazon RDS in multiple availability zones. So this is going to be correct answer, and you may get confused due to option C, but this is wrong. However, it can work. But question is pointing towards high availability. Due to this reason, option B will be correct only. And now question number 203. A company's packaged application dynamically creates and returns single-use text files in response to user request. The company is using Amazon CloudFront for distribution but want to further reduce data transfer cost. The company cannot modify the application source code. What should a solution architect do to reduce the cost? And here are the options. You can take your time to guess the answer. And correct answer here will be option A. Use lambda at edge to compress the files as they are sent to users. So see at the question, return single use text files. So single use text file means that the file will be used only one time. So what's the benefit of caching it to CloudFront? As it will not be able to use again. So what other thing can be done is to use lambda at edge to compress the file, which will reduce the size of file, and hence less data will be transferred and less will be the transfer charges. So I hope this point is clear to you. So option A is correct here. And now question number 204. A database is on Amazon RDS MySQL 5.6 multi-AZDB instance that experiences highly dynamic reads. Application developer noticed a significant slowdown when testing read performance from a secondary AWS region. The developer wants a solution that provides less than 1 second of read replication latency. What should the solution architect recommend? And here are the options. And correct answer here will be option B. Migrate the database to Amazon Aurora with cross-region replicas. Because MySQL read replicas has rather high replication lag, Aurora can support less than 1 second, but RDS MySQL cannot. So this is the correct option here. And now question number 205. A company is planning to deploy an Amazon RDS DB instance running Amazon Aurora. Company has a backup retention policy requirement of 90 days. Which solution should a solution architect recommend? And here are the options again. Take your time to guess the correct answer. And correct answer here will be option C. Create an AWS backup plan to perform a daily snapshot of RDS database with the retention set to 90 days. Create an AWS backup job to schedule the execution of the backup plan daily. So this one is correct here because creating an AWS backup plan to perform a daily snapshot of RDS database with the retention set to 90 days and scheduling the execution of backup plan daily is the recommended solution. And this one is correct here because AWS backup automate the backup process, which simplifies backup management and ensures backup are retained for the required retention period. And also AWS backup provides an easy way to restore data from backups, reducing the downtime and operational overhead. So option C is absolutely correct here. And now question number 206. A company currently has 250 TB of backup files stored in Amazon S3 in a vendor's proprietary format. Using a Linux-based software application provided by the vendor, the company wants to retrieve the files from Amazon S3, transform the files to an industry standard format and re-upload them to Amazon S3. The company wants to minimize the data transfer charges associated with this conversion. What should a solution architect do to accomplish this? And here are the options. You can take your time to guess the correct answer. And correct answer here will be option D. Launch an Amazon EC2 instance in the same region as Amazon S3 and install the conversion software onto the instance, perform the transformation and re-upload the files to Amazon S3 from the EC2 instance. Because data is already in S3 and Snowball is to transfer the data from the data center to AWS. Hence B and C are wrong. And also Lambda doesn't let you install the custom software. So only option D is correct here. And now question number 207. A company is migrating a NoSQL database cluster to Amazon EC2. The database automatically replicates data to maintain at least 3 copies of data. IO throughput of the servers is the highest priority. Which instance type should a solution architect recommend for the migration? And here are the options. So you can take your time to guess the correct answer and I hope it may be easy one for you. And correct answer here will be option A, storage optimized instances with instance store. Because storage optimized will give you highest IOPS. So IOPS will be highest in case of storage optimized. Also instance store is a temporary storage, but it can give you IOPS of magnitude of 1 million. And we have 3 copies, so lesser risk even if one instance goes down, because automatically there will be 3 copies. So as per the requirement of high IOPS, option A is best suitable and this is the correct answer here. And now question number 208. A company has a large Microsoft SharePoint deployment running on premises that requires Microsoft Windows shared file storage. The company wants to migrate this workload to AWS Cloud and is considering various storage options. The storage solution must be highly available and integrated with Active Directory for access control. Which solution will satisfy these requirements? And here are the options. And correct answer here will be, take your time to guess the answer. Let me reveal the correct answer, and the correct answer will be option D. Create an Amazon FSx for Windows file server file system on AWS and set the Active Directory domain for authentication. Because whenever we talk about FSx, we have to go for Windows or vice versa. And also in case of SMB, it is also used in Windows only. And if we talk about NFS or EFS, then we have to always go for Linux. Basically anything of these can be present in the question, like Windows, Linux, FSX, SMB, but this is the relation, like FSX and SMB are used in Windows and NFS and EFS are used in Linux, and here we are given with Windows, so we have to go for FSX. because AFS can obviously not be used because it is for Linux only. So option D is only correct answer here, and rest of the two options are obviously incorrect because we have to also configure Active Directory domain for authentication. And now question number 209. A company has a web application with sporadic usage pattern. There is heavy usage at the beginning of each month, moderate usage at the start of each week, and unpredictable usage during the week. Application consists of a web server and a MySQL database server running inside the data center. The company would like to move the application to AWS Cloud and need to select a cost-effective database platform that will require database modification. Which solution will meet this requirement? And here are the options. Take your time to guess the correct answer. And let me reveal the correct answer for you. Option C will be the correct answer here. MySQL compatible Amazon Aurora serverless. So this is the correct answer here. RDS is cheaper than Aurora. That is fine. But the question is about unpredictable load. You can see from here. Aurora serverless eliminates this option. So option C is correct here. Otherwise, if only cost was the factor, then this option could have been better. But we are also having unpredictable uses. So we are going with this option. And now question number 210. A solution architect is designing the storage architecture for a new web application used for storing and viewing engineering drawings. All application components will be deployed on the AWS infrastructure. The application design must support caching to minimize the amount of time that users wait for the engineering drawing to load. Application must be able to store petabyte of data. Which combination of storage and caching should the solution architect use? And here are the options. You can take your time to guess the answer. And the correct answer here will be, let me reveal the correct answer. Option A, Amazon S3 with Amazon CloudFront. Because Amazon S3 storage and CloudFront caching decrease the time users spend waiting, and this is the requirement of our question. So option A is correct here. And this was all in this video. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great learning and please do subscribe this channel IT India.